This pilot makes a big mistake trying his first stalls in SIV, and today I'm going to break down the video to give you tips on how to stall and also how to make your SIV way safer. Are you ready? Here we go.
See ya.
What's up, everybody? This is Ari in the air. Welcome back to the channel. Stoked you're here. If you're new, welcome. I'm Ari. I teach high-level paragliding with emotional intelligence and relationship skills because technical skills alone make incomplete pilots. If you want to fly for a long time and enjoy it, you're going to have to think about other things other than just the brakes and the speed bar. That's why I've created the integrated pilot course. It starts on October 19th. It's live online, 3 sessions with me. I'm going to teach you the emergency skills that actually matter, the mindset tools that you need to assess risk properly and understand your paragliding career, and how to forecast the weather like an absolute veteran. The link's in the description below. I would love to have my eyes on your paragliding career. We'd love to see you there. Let's get right into this video here. Okay, let's watch it one time through, then we'll go back and break it down. Okay, he's flying in ozone. Looks like he's in Colombia. He's definitely got an instructor on the radio. He's training over this forest with some power lines in it. Sweet. Okay, he's on full speed. He's coming off the speed here. Let's hold on to the rear risers. Okay, so he's starting to pull the brakes. He's looking up. The glider pitches forward. The glider violently pitches back. He almost flips over backwards in his harness. Something crazy happens. More crazy stuff. Very active hands. Line twist. More active hands. Line twist the other way. Extra line twist. Holding on to the risers now. Untwisting. He gets out of the twist. Well done. Lets the glider fly, and now there's a huge cravat. The instructor guides him. He's pumping it out. Can't tell what he's saying. Too much wind noise. He actually pulls a big ear on the other side, which I think the instructor encourages him to do just to help him control his heading. Which is kind of a good idea. Now he just... Now we can't get the big ear that he pulled out, which is pretty interesting. I think just brake is all he needed. Okay, it's kind of a long video. Let's just focus on the stall itself. I'm not going to talk about the cravat here because I've talked about the cravat in so many other videos and what to do there. So if we go back to the inception of this stall, he's looking, his feet are really high here as he pitches back. So the problem with this stall is the timing. Basically, what happens is, as you can see, he's pitched back, his hands are down, lots of brakes, and then watch, the glider pitches forward, and then the glider stalls. And that's why his feet swing up and touch the risers so crazy, okay? The mistake here is not punching the stall authoritatively, okay? Not punching the stall authoritatively, meaning that he basically pulls the brakes down and then he got the brakes down and he's just waiting for the glider to stall, which you really want to control when the glider stalls, not just that it stalls from anywhere, because what happens, he pulls the glider down, it gets this pitch energy, and when it pitches forward, now the glider's in front of him, now he's going to stall the glider from it being in front of him, and it's going to have way more energy to go way back. That's what flips his harness way up and makes the stall much more dynamic than he is ready to handle. So in general, what I recommend is you can pull the brakes down to minimum sync and you just sit there. The glider will fly like this forever. And you go 3, 2, 1, and you punch. You really like authoritatively stall the glider so that you get to control when the glider stalls. I've seen a friend throw his reserve because he basically pulled the glider down to wait for it to stall, and he just sat there, and the glider stalled asymmetrically, one wing before the other, and it just introduces a big yaw energy. And basically it just fell back onto one wingtip and it stacked the glider into the lines. And it was a cravat that he couldn't get out, had to throw as reserve. So in general, you really want to control when the glider stalls. You want to stall it from behind you, not in front of you. If you stall it from in front of you, it'll be more dynamic. If you stall it from behind you, then the glider is slowed down. And when it stalls, it'll have less energy, which is probably what you want, especially as you're learning and especially if you're doing SIV over power lines. So how to make your SIV more safe? You really want to understand this maneuver before you try it. I think that a lot of instructors could do their students a service by integrating visualization techniques into their process instead of just saying, okay, get out there and I'm going to coach you on radio and do what I say on the radio and we'll figure it out. So if you can sit in a chair and close your eyes and imagine, okay, when I'm going to stall, I'm going to take a half wrap. I'm going to pull the brakes down to minimum sync. Then once the glider is slowed down and stable over my head, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. I'm going to stuff the brakes. The glider is going to fall back. I'm going to feel like I'm in free fall. Wind is going to go past my head this direction. I'm going to hear some kind of wind noise. Then the glider is going to catch kind of violently and come up overhead. At that point, I can see it over my head. And then I'm going to slowly let my hands up symmetrically towards the carabiners. When I'm in a stable tail slide, I'm waiting for oscillations here. When the glider is in front of me, it's an exit window. I can go hands up. Something like that, being able to like witness your student going through this process and working with things. You know, you can visualize this over and over because your body doesn't know the difference between visualization and practice. This is like proven in lots of scientific studies. You can look it up. Your body doesn't know the difference between well-done visualization and actual practice. So you really can practice stalls way more before you try it so that you know that your body has a bit of muscle memory going into it before you've ever tried it at all. This also helps a instructor assess where the student is in their understanding of the maneuver, how scared they might be in various parts. Just listening to them go through this process, you might be able to find parts, oh, they skip over this, or they emphasize this, they fixate on this part of it. These are all incredibly important skills as an instructor to be able to vet who is trying what at what stage in their flying, yada, yada, yada. This guy is flying, I think this is a high B. This is maybe a Swift. So it's maybe not his first stalls. Who knows? It all ends well, so no harm, no foul. But in general, you want to know what's going on and not just trusting blindly that your SIV instructor is going to fly the glider through the radio via your arms. And you don't give up your pilot in commandness. You really need to understand what it is that you're doing because you're doing it with your life. Literally, paragliding is very dangerous. This is why I created the integrated pilot course as a way to help you consider the other parts of paragliding other than just the left, right of the brakes and the weight shift. It starts on October 19th. I'm going to cover the emergency skills that actually matter, the mindset tools that you need to be able to understand your paragliding career broadly and also to assess risk accurately, and the weather forecasting like a pro so that you can stay safe. I'm also going to connect you with an incredible community of safety-minded pilots from around the world, various experiences, and we're going to do it live online. I'd love to have my attention on your paragliding career, get some one-on-one time, help you out any way I can. Would love to see you there. Links in the description. Thanks so much to this pilot for sending me his video and you for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.